Hey guys, welcome to a weekend reading vlog. So we are going to be kicking this vlog off with an unboxing of the July Shelflove crates, and that is because the wonderful team at Shelflove Crates, in their infinite wisdom and grace, have kindly sponsored this video. So Shelflove Crates are a monthly young adult sci-fi and fantasy subscription box, and in every box you get a handful of bookish goodies as well as a brand new hardcover release. So I'm going to be unboxing this one for you guys today. This is the July box. I think the theme of this one is Game On. If you would like to get your hands on your very own Shelflove crate, the ones that they currently have on sale is the August box, and the theme for that is Take Flight, and I believe that that one is going to have some Nevernight merch in it, which you guys know I am hella excited for. And then they also have the September box currently on sale, and the theme for that one is the Witching Hour. It looks very spooky. There's going to be a very spooky item included, and yeah, that one just looks great. I love Halloween, and I think that one is for fans of Throne of Glass, Sabrina, and A Discovery of Witches, which obviously makes sense with the witchy theme. So if you would like to get your very own Shelflove crate, my code is Becca10, and that will get you a discount off your first purchase. Subscriptions are available, and you can also make one-off purchases, but of course my code, a link to the Shelflove crate website, Instagram, Twitter, etc. will all be in my description box for you to check out. So let's crack on with this unboxing. As I said, the theme for this one is Game On, and it is for fans of things like Warcross and Ready Player One. So let's just, can I open it like this? I've never opened a box like this before. This is gonna go horribly wrong, isn't it? Okay, we're ready. Are we ready? Ooh. I need to stop doing weird things in unboxings, I'm telling you. Okay, so I have not been spoiled for this at all. I'm pretty good at avoiding subscription box spoilers, actually. I think it's because I don't spend a lot of time on Instagram. But the first thing we have is the spoiler card, which I'm obviously just going to scan and try not to spoil myself for what's inside, because I don't like doing that. But we have some information on the back for the August Take Flight box, and we also have a vendor reveal down here for the August box, and these items are beautiful. The company is called Laser Brain Patch Co, so I'm assuming they're patches, but I don't know what they are, but they are so beautiful. So here on the spoiler card as well, we have, I'm assuming this is the main character of the book. I do know what the book is, because the good thing about Shelflove Crate is that they do announce the book ahead of time, so you know what you're going to be getting, which I find great, because there are certain authors that I just have no interest in reading because I've read from them previously and I don't want to read anything from them again, because I just generally, no tea, I just don't really like their book. As a few of those authors that I don't like to read from are quite popular, it's nice to know in advance what the book is going to be, so that I know that I'm not going to get a book that I'm never going to read, essentially. So just going to stick my hand and see what we've got, and the first thing we have is, ooh, socks. So I should have taken them out of the packaging first, obviously, but hey ho, we'll do that now. How do I get in? Here we go. So these are beautiful is what these are, guys. Okay, so here I'll just show you one sock because they're a pair and they match. So here we have a pair of socks, and actually they're not the same. How do I show you these? How do I show you these? Okay, let's go this way. Let's do it like this. Haha. Oh, I love this so much. This is awesome. Okay. And in case you don't know this about me, I am a gamer, play a lot of Fortnite. Well, I usually do, I haven't had a lot of time recently, but I play a lot of Fortnite, and I also really love RPGs, like I'm currently playing Elder Scrolls Online. But these socks are Ready Player One themed, and this one says Ready Player One, and this one says Game Over, and honestly, I'm into it. I'm seriously into it. So moving along, let's get these off and see what's next. Sticking my hand in. Okay. Oh, I don't want to open these right now. I may open them later in the vlog, but okay, so these are Kiss, Marry, Kill Bookish boyfriend dice. So let's see if you can see the names here. So the names on this side are Legend, Ryden, and Edward. Obviously I know who Edward is, but I don't know who the others are. On this side we have Malfoy, Thorn, and Mabe Reese. And on this side we have Elias, Dimitri, and Jace. The idea with these is that you roll them all, and then you have to decide who you're going to kiss, who you're going to marry, and who you're going to kill. And let me tell you, I'm marrying Reese every damn time. So these are super cool. I don't want to take these out of the packaging just now because I know I will end up losing them. So we'll keep these safe for now. Oh, so in every Shelflove crate box for, I think it's just for 2019, you receive chess pieces, which I'll show you them in a minute. You're gonna be really excited, guys. So last month in the sci-fi takeover box, I received Katie and Ezra from Illuminate when I just finished Illuminate, so that was awesome. This is so good. And essentially, if you have all of these Shelflove crates, you will end up with a full set. I'm not going to end up with a full set, but they do also make really cute shelf decorations, so I love that about them as well. Can we click in? Do you want to click in, son? Okay, so the chess pieces this time are the wonderful, the marvelous Katniss Everdeen, and of course, our very own boy with the bread, Peter Mellark. I think they're so cute. I really do love these chess pieces. I do have them on my shelves with my Funkos at the minute. I'm not going to be able to fit these two on with them, but I am, hopefully in the next couple of months, I will be getting a bit more shelving, and then I can lay them out properly. I'm really struggling for like display space at the moment because my shelves and everything, they're a little bit full. Okay, so the next item, it doesn't explicitly tell me what book it is from, but I'm going to take a wild guess at Warcross just because of the terminology used in the spoiler card. But this is a iron-on patch that says Phoenix Riders. Also love that this is iron-on because some of the patches I've received in subscription boxes have been sew-on, and I don't have the patience. Obviously sew-on are more secure, but I don't have the patience to sew them. So I am like really happy that this is an iron-on patch, and the creator of this is actually Hey Atlas, and I think, is Jess from Jess Reads Books, is she a rep for Hey Atlas? I think she might be. They have some really nice stuff. Let's see what else we got. Okay, this is kind of chunky. It's like the size of a book, but it's not a book. So, oh, actually, I think I saw a reveal for this on Instagram, and this is like super cool. Y'all are gonna have to give me a hot minute to assemble this so that I can show you it properly. Every time I get a subscription box, I say that I have encountered the coolest item that I've ever seen in a subscription box. I don't think it gets cooler than this. I'm ridiculously excited. Some assembly required. Oh my god, it's not ooh. I need to, okay, you're gonna get a bit of a crotch shot, but ooh. So this, as you can see, is a desk lamp. It does actually, let me just rearrange the clutter of my life. Oh yeah, let's just get rid of all these. So as you can see, this is a desk lamp, and this is so good. I'm actually going to keep this here because I do have a spare USB plug, and this is my new reading light, and my boyfriend will actually really appreciate this because he complains about the light all the time when I'm reading. Do we have anything else? Right, I've got the book. Let's take the book out just so I can have a rummage around. Oh, there is something else. Okay, is that everything? Right, this is the last item. Oh, exciting. I get way too excited about subscription boxes. It's honestly just like receiving a massive box of presents. Don't think I've ever received anything from a subscription box from a fandom that I don't like, as in I don't like the book and I'm really against the fandom. But most of the items, if I haven't read the book yet, I do intend to read them. So I always get like super excited because the items are still really nice, even if I'm it's just people screaming outside, just a casual Friday evening. What was I saying? Oh, I still get excited about the items because the items are still really nice, even if I haven't read the book yet. Okay, I'm struggling to get into this. Can we try the other side? So I found out that this is an ember in the ashes before I've managed to get into it. Why am I struggling so much? There we go. Right, we're in. Ooh, so I'll actually show you what it is. This is a pack of playing cards. As I said, they are Ember in the Ashes themed, but the edges are gold. So just FYI, these are probably all gonna have characters on. I haven't read this book yet, so oh god, they're beautiful. I'm not going to be able to tell you who any of the characters are. I know Elias is a character in that series, and I can't remember the name of the main character, even though I hear people talk about it all the time. So I'll start off just by showing you the regular number cards. So the number cards look like this. Those are the spades, the heart, the clubs, and the diamonds. So now I'll see what the royalty cards are, etc. Where's the queen? Okay, yeah, so I will just show you the spade set because every suit is the same, but this is, obviously I don't know who the characters are, but this is the jack and the queen, and then the king, who I'm going to assume is Elias, and the ace. So the ace in every suit is the different symbol with an ember in the ashes in them. These are absolutely stunning. Oh, I'll show you the backs as well. There's the backs. I do play card games. I play strategy, like really nerdy, super intense card games, and I also occasionally just play cards with my boyfriend as well. We play rummy because my mum taught me how to play rummy, and I get really into it. It's kind of relaxing. It's competitive. I get competitive, but it's also relaxing, and it's a little bit strategy, but it's also like highly luck based. Yeah, competitive but also relaxing. I enjoy rummy. Irrelevant information. Let me find, I don't know where I've put the book now because I took it out, didn't I? Book. So the book is, like I said, I knew what it was, although I had never heard of it. And something I do like about subscription boxes is that they always, for me personally, go one of two ways. Both ways are good, but one way they go is that I have never heard about the book, especially if I get the subscription box from the US, because in the UK we don't have as many young adult fantasy releases. You guys in the US do tend to get a lot more. So sometimes I haven't heard of it, which is a good thing because I get to read a book that I would never have bought because I can't buy it in store and I may not have thought about it unless somebody else was reviewing it. And the other way they go is that it's something super popular, like Sorcery of Thorns was in multiple subscription boxes when that was released. And then that works out really well because that's a book that like I'm highly anticipating and everybody will be reading. So this one is one of the ones that I've never heard of, but first we do get a few extras. I'm not going to read this to you guys, but we do get a letter from the author, and I think last month we got a postcard instead of a letter. You also get, in every box, you get a bookmark with this beautiful art that's on the spoiler card, which I really love that edition. And then last time I think the book was signed or it had a book plate stuck in it. Here we just get a separate book plate with the author's signature on, obviously, that I will put in the book myself. This feels really good. This is a really nice quality book. Anyway, don't know much about this, but the book is The Beckoning Shadow by Catherine Blair. Now I am going to check it this time because The Kingdom had dust jacket art and I didn't know until I was already halfway through the book, but this one doesn't. So this is, I'm not sure. Let me read the synopsis first. Okay, yeah, it is what I thought. I didn't want to give you a false synopsis, but this is a young adult. I'm not sure what genre it would be, whether it would be fantasy or sci-fi. I want to say sci-fi, but it could be fantasy. I will obviously let you know later on in the vlog. This follows a girl called Vesper, and Vesper is a runaway, and the reason that she's a runaway is that she has the power to sense other people's fears and bring them into reality. So she runs away from her family. It's a bad thing to have this power, and I don't think normal humans know that people have these powers, and she ends up in a tournament. That's all I can tell you so far, but the good news is I don't think I've said it yet, but I will be reading and reviewing this book in this video, so I will be able to tell you what this book is all about and also what I think about it. Now, as this is the last thing in the unboxing, I'll also tell you my plans for the weekend. This book is not as slim as The Kingdom, which I did read in 24 hours. This book has, this book has 463 pages, but the font is quite widely spaced, so I may be okay. Because as well as reading this book, bringing you the review, etc, etc, I am going to Rome on Tuesday. But before I go to Rome on Tuesday, I am going to be going to Manchester on Monday and staying over because our flight is at 7 AM, so we have to be at the airport at 5. I haven't packed. I haven't even started packing. It's Friday night now and I have a 480 page book to read this weekend. So we'll see how that goes. You may just see my stress levels escalating the further we get through this video. But aside from that, I am currently reading something which I will let you know what I'm in the middle of. I'm sorry Jade, but I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this book this weekend as well. So if you watched my vlog last week, you will probably know that I am in the middle of Six of Crows. I'm buddy reading with Jade from Jade Grey Reads. I'm on page 199, so I have 300 pages to go. Yay me. You guys probably know what this is about. This is like Leigh Bardugo's, it's probably her most famous book now, but this is a book that follows 6 criminals. They are criminals who are trying to perform a heist, and it is a very character driven book. I won't give you my normal super in-depth plot of this because this update is extremely long and a lot of you know what this is about, and I'm not going to prioritize this until I have finished this one. But essentially my plans for the weekend: read this, hopefully finish this. I have 1 video, if you include this, I have 2 videos to film, 3 videos to edit, and 3 videos to upload and schedule all this weekend. And I also have to pack for Rome because the day that you're watching this, actually, if all goes to plan, the day that this goes up, I will have just landed in Rome. I'll have been there for like a couple of hours. So those are my plans for the weekend. Please wish me luck. Thank you, a huge enormous thank you to Shelflove for the box and the book that we're going to be reading this weekend. But I'm going to say bye to you guys for a little bit because I have to go make a start on said book so that we have a hope in hell chance of this vlog being successful. Hey guys, so it is Saturday afternoon and I'm having a bit of a chill day. I've just been reading and I just spent an hour editing my thumbnail for last week's vlog and putting effects on it and stuff because I want to jazz my thumbnails up a little bit. So I've just been playing around in Photoshop and then when I was done it didn't really look like I'd done anything. So that's how I've just spent the last hour of my Saturday afternoon. But I'm here to give you a little reading update about The Beckoning Shadow by Catherine Blair. So this book is actually pretty damn enjoyable. So as I said yesterday, Shelflove do announce the book that they're going to feature at the time that they announce the theme of the monthly box, and when this was announced it was said that it was a cross between The Darkest Minds and Fight Club. Now I have both seen and read Fight Club, but I haven't read or seen The Darkest Minds. I didn't really know what to expect from this. From the cover and from what I heard about it, it was not something that I personally would have gone out of my own way to pick up, and I didn't really know what I was getting into. Like I said yesterday, fantasy, sci-fi, didn't have a clue. So this book takes place in an urban fantasy-esque world, so it's kind of like just a modern day, like it's a contemporary urban setting, and in this world we have oddities. Now I'm not entirely sure what oddities are yet, like the origin of them. I should have mentioned, by the way, I'm on page 230, so I'm like bang on halfway, and yeah, so I'm not sure what oddities are, but they are people with magical powers, and then we also have baselines who are just regular humans. Now the oddities are kind of like superheroes. I believe there's a Marvel thing, you guys know I know nothing about superheroes, but there's a Marvel thing called The Runaways that I think is about teenagers with abilities, and I feel like this is similar to that. So I have yet to find out what the origin of the oddities powers are, so I don't know whether it's like a fantasy or a sci-fi kind of origin, but essentially there are different types of oddities. If you think about the families in Red Queen, so like each family genetically passes on their powers, it's like that in here where particular races and people who originate from particular areas have the same type of ability. However, that was way in the past, and in present day we have people called wardens who are oddities who team up to hunt down and kill other oddities that aren't part of the wardens, and the whole aim of this is so that baselines or normal humans don't find out that oddities exist. The mythology of this world is that the oddities kind of make up the urban legends and the folklore. So people's fairy tales are stories of oddities, but they are people that normal human beings don't think actually exist. They do just think they're legends. Now our main character Vesper is in fact an oddity. She comes into her powers when she is a teenager, and she's absolutely terrified because she thought herself to be human, and she obviously also thinks that oddities don't exist. Eventually she does reveal her powers to her father, who tells her that he too used to be an oddity before somebody called Ripper got hold of him, and Ripper works for the wardens to remove the powers of oddities, and he is no longer an oddity, he is now baseline. Now Vesper is absolutely terrified of her powers because her specific power is that she is a harbinger, who are people who can sense other people's greatest fears and manifest them into reality. A few of the other types of oddities we have in here is that we have a grey skin, I think he's called, and he can turn his skin to stone. We have people called dusters who can create hallucinogenic. There are demos who, when they touch people with their fingertips, they turn into dust. So we have all sorts of different powers, which is why I likened it to superpowers, and also the families in Red Queen, because there are distinctive types, like one person can't master all of them. Essentially the plot of this particular book is that Vesper is a harbinger, and one day she accidentally sets fire to her house with all of her family inside and injures her older sister, which causes her to then run away because she is a danger to herself and those around her. She does not know how to control her ability because with her handling fear, that makes her really scared, which then causes her to lose control of the particular thing that she's manifesting. So Vesper has decided to live on the run, and this story takes place 2 years after the accident at her home. She just lives as a lone wolf. She avoids people as much as she can. However, she is on a bus heading south when the bus stops at San Francisco and says it isn't going any further for the night, and she ends up finding a whole group of oddities who are teenage runaways like herself, who kind of live underground, and that is where she finds out about the tournament amongst the oddities, where essentially we have pairs of oddities that face off. The winner of each each pair then advances to the next round, and the prize for winning this tournament is $1 million and also an unraveling. And an unraveling is essentially you can pick anything to be undone, so you can rewrite the past. And Vesper would like to win the unraveling so that she can go back and rewrite herself as a baseline so that the fire in her home never happened and her sister never gets hurt. That was long-winded, but that is kind of the basis. We also have other elements in here, like she meets a boy called Sam who is trained in several martial arts, and he also has his own reasons for wanting to win the tournament, but as he is a baseline he can't enter. However, he can sponsor somebody, and he's looking for somebody to sponsor so that he can win the prize for his own reasons. Now that aspect, the aspect with Sam, is where the Fight Club elements come into it, because he starts to train Vesper in a whole range of martial arts so that she will do better at the tournament. So this story is not at all what I expected it to be. I don't really know what I expected, but I am really loving it.
Yoko Ono follows Gavin on Twitter.
Oh?
Yoko.
Oh, cool. So this story is not at all what I expected it to be. Like I said, I didn't really know what I was expecting, but it's very different. I was definitely expecting more of a sci-fi tournament to start off with, but I am very much enjoying this. One thing I will say about the writing is that it's written in first person present, which took me a little bit of a while to get into, because when reading stories like this, I'm definitely more familiar with third person past tense, but I am really enjoying it now. I do really like Vesper. There are quite a few characters because we have loads of the oddities, and then we also have Sam and a lot of the fighters, so getting to grips with all of those characters is a little bit much because there are quite a few of them. And then we have all of the different abilities of the oddities, and as they are all similar, like I said, they're kind of banded into clans. I think this book would benefit from a glossary at the back that explains all of the different oddities powers and what the clans are and what they can do. But aside from that, this is pretty solid so far. I'm just getting into the tournament now and I'm enjoying learning about more powers. I don't know how this book is going to end, because we kind of have a little bit of a plot twist where two characters are working at cross purposes to each other, and I'm not entirely sure how that's going to resolve. What do you want, baby? What do you want? But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm going to hopefully finish this tomorrow. Well, I am going to finish this tomorrow, and I'm excited to tell you my full thoughts on it. But so far there is a lot going on in here. It took me a long time to explain like the basic concepts of the plot, because this is pretty complex and we have a whole lot of things going on. We have a whole lot of different plot threads, and I'm interested to see how they're going to be resolved. This is the first book in a series, and I looked on Goodreads. Catherine Blair is releasing another book in 2020, and then also on Goodreads she has a sequel to that book she hasn't released yet that's kind of just there without a cover or anything, and then the sequel to this which is there without a cover or a synopsis or anything. So she is planning on writing quite a few more books, and there will be a sequel to this. I'm not sure if it will be a duology, with there only being one sequel marked on Goodreads. But yeah, I'm excited to see how much we have resolved in this book and how it's going to leave off ready for the next book. So that's all my thoughts on that so far. I'm going to go do a little bit more reading. I'm also going to get last week's vlog scheduled up. This evening I have a little bit more editing to do, which will be for my last video aside from this one that needs pre-filming for next week while I'm on holiday. And I'm gonna get some of my luggage and stuff out that I'm going to be taking with me and start organizing my clothes so I know exactly what I'm taking to Rome with me, and fingers crossed I won't forget anything. So I will go and get on with some stuff now. The dog is just freaking out. What are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah, I will go check in. I'll just show you what she's doing. So I will go get on with some stuff and I will see you guys sometime soon. Hey guys, so it is Sunday evening. It's 7:30ish. Can I open this a bit more? Give me some more space. So it's 7:30 Sunday evening. I've spent the majority of the day grooming myself. I know you can't tell with how I look right now, but I have essentially just like done the works. I spent 3.5 hours earlier today in the bathroom, you know, doing the works, shaving my legs, dermaplaning my face, washed my hair, did my nails, just remembered I still have to paint my toenails. So I'm glad I just reminded myself. Anyway, all of that is relevant. I'm here to tell you that I actually managed to finish The Beckoning Shadow by Catherine Blair, and guys, I really love this book. Now I kind of want to start off by telling you that not everyone will love it, and I'm going to explain to you why you may not love it, because a lot of the time, especially recently, people will pick up books on my recommendation, which is awesome. Like, I'm glad that I can introduce you guys to some new books. But sometimes I have some pretty whack taste, and then sometimes I really enjoy certain tropes and certain things that most people really detest, and this contains some of those things. Like, it has tropes that people absolutely hate, but I personally love. So obviously I told you what this was about yesterday, so I don't need to get into all that, but I really loved this. It had a lot more than I thought it was going to. I said yesterday about how it was really complex, and we had kind of a murder mystery plotline going on, as well as obviously the tournament, which was very I want to say Ready Player One. It reminds me of a certain scene from the movie, and I can't remember which scene it is, but I just keep getting flashes of that. A fun fact, because you guys know I'm going to Rome next week, the last stage of the tournament takes place in a replica Colosseum, which I just found really funny with me going to Rome. But I just felt like it had a lot more than I expected going into it, and I definitely really enjoyed that about it, and I was very pleasantly surprised. Some things that I loved, or one thing in particular that I loved that I know that a lot of you guys will hate, and that is the romance in here. The romance is so good. Like, I absolutely loved it. However, it is dramatic. It is angsty. It does that thing where like characters are in the middle of an argument and they'll just be like, I love you. It also does the thing where one character is trying to confess their feelings and then the other one says something really nasty because they think that they don't feel that way, and just that whole like lack of communication and being so self-absorbed and in your own feelings and being sure that what you think you know is right instead of listening to the other person. That is present in here. So I know a lot of you guys will not like that kind of thing in a romance. I absolutely loved it. I love Sam. I would die for Sam. I love Vesper and Sam. Like, romance, top-notch romance. But I know a lot of you guys won't feel like that, so I definitely feel like I need to mention that. Aside from that, it reads pretty much like a standard YA in that it is a little bit tropey, a little bit angsty, a little bit dramatic, and once again, I know that's something that a lot of people won't like. Our main character is this tough girl runaway who used to be a cheerleader, but with all that's happened to her, all of the trauma, the accident that she caused that hurt her family, she's very much introverted. She's one of those where as soon as she meets people, she will be aggressive and rude, and that like tough girl, I don't give a fuck kind of attitude, something else that I know a lot of people don't like. But one thing that I do really like about this that a lot of other people would like is that it has the found family aspect. We have a large group of friends in here, and I really love the friendship aspect. I love how Vesper, coming from this period of being on her own and being really solitary, found people that she could be with who understood her or didn't judge her, and just friendship groups. You know, we all love friendship groups in books. Once again, it's unrealistic because there are no adults present, as is typical with a lot of young adult, and is something that you guys all really hate. But essentially what I'm trying to say is I gave this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I did not want it to end, and I've read a 463 page book in a weekend, and I definitely was nervous about doing this vlog, and I was like, I can't finish this book. I have so much to do before I go on holiday. I cannot finish a 460 page book, but I did it, and I'm so glad that I did because I really love this book, and I'm desperate for the sequel. I kind of hate the fact that I've read this book because it is a new release and the sequel won't be out until next year, and Catherine Blair has nothing else out that I can binge right now. But 4 stars, absolutely loved it, would recommend, but bear in mind the things that I said that I love and you guys won't like. It definitely has a lot of the things in that I really love, like the romance aspects that everybody else just like really eye rolls at. So I haven't mentioned it in this video because I'm trash and I don't know where my sheet has gone, but as you guys know, I am participating in the Newt's Magical Readathon. This was a last minute addition to my TBR, but I can fit it in for a prompt, and I am going to be using this as the acceptable prompt for divination, which is to read a white book. Obviously this has a lot of white in the background, and it's also a white hardcover underneath the dust jacket. So that will be what I am using this one for. Now, I don't have 6 of Crows around at the minute. I think I put it in my bag to take it with me, although I have since gotten an ebook for it. I will not be finishing that book tonight. I highly doubt I will have time to pick up a book for the rest of the day. So I'm just going to wrap this vlog up here. It is 7:30. I haven't done any packing today. I did a lot yesterday, but I only really packed my clothes. I still have like electronics and toiletries and everything to go in. I need to throw out all of the stuff that I don't need on a daily basis out of my makeup bag and put that in. I also have to edit the entirety of this vlog, and I know I have quite a bit of footage from the last 2 days, so I have quite a bit to do. So I am still currently reading 6 of Crows. Like I said, I do have an ebook. I am also taking 2 other books with me to Rome. The first one is Gemini. You guys knew I was going to take that one with me anyway because I want to read that on the flight, because I will be listening to the audiobook and also reading it physically at the same time. And I'm also taking God's Grave, and you guys have heard me say, I kept saying I'm only going to take 2 books with me, and I wanted to take Gemini and A Quiz quick read. But then I remembered that there are scenes in Godsgrave that take place in Rome and in the Colosseum, and I was like, I can't go to Rome and not take Godsgrave, so I'm taking a big chunky hardback with me, which isn't the best idea, but I just can't. I can't leave Godsgrave, can I, guys? Like, you're all gonna tell me that I'm doing the right thing, even though it's also kind of stupid. So expect some pictures of Godsgrave and the Colosseum on my Instagram, if I ever post to Instagram again, which I will try to do. I'll try. So that is it for this weekend reading vlog. A huge thank you once again to Shelflove, not only for sponsoring this video, providing the box that we unboxed at the beginning, but introducing me to this book that I would not have picked up or read if it wasn't for this video. Absolutely loved it. Like I said, dying for the sequel, like desperate. I want it right now. So guys, I guess that is it. I will, I'll see you on the other side. The next time you see a vlog from me, it will be after I have been to Rome. It will be a Rome vlog with also some reading in there, and yeah, I'm not going to see you in a vlog form for a week. When you are watching this, I will have just arrived in Rome, so yeah, it will be about a week and a half to 2 weeks before you guys see me in a vlog again. I'm gonna miss you guys because I probably won't be responding to comments very much while I'm away either. So that is it. I've already said this, but that is it for this weekend's reading vlog. Please don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to. In my description box you will find all the necessary details for Owlcrate, including that discount code where you can get a discount on your first purchase. But that's it from me today, guys. Bye.
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you're go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.